It's 6 in the morning. I decided to do this when I woke up, basically because it's the 14th of June and my calendar's are on the side of the fridge, so I always gotta make sure I'm saying the right date. That's usually why I do that. Anyways, I'm gonna show a few projects that I got done. I can't remember all the days I got them done. I think I got one day done. I know one's in order, so I'll get the money for that. Today's the flea market. I decided I'm gonna do a second flea market. I usually just do one, but doing a second one, because I hung up some flyers like my friend told me. I showed a couple projects I'm selling, like bags, this and that, a hat, like to show like what I'm selling, to see if I could drive in some customers, because I know I get a lot of comments at the laundromat and St. Vinny's too. Anyways, I made the order I got was for a Packer colored bag, and my friend said she'd meet me today at the craft thing. I told her it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3, so my friend's going to pick me up around 9 or 9:30, somewhere around there, and this is how it turned out. It's the sack bag. She really likes this one. It's got and the funny thing is the filling has got like a shiny fabric to it. It's actually a quilting fabric. I don't care what color fabrics or anything, as long as it's light. So I think it's better to have lighter ones like this than when you're reaching in the bag. You can see everything and all that jazz. So I thought that was a good idea. So she wanted Packer one. I told her it's gonna be $23. It only takes 2 days to get that bag done, roughly. Okay, the next one I did was the one I was at Knit Club on the 10th. I go on Tuesdays, and it's usually from 10 a.m. or so to 12. I spend time with my nice old lady friends I like to hang out with. I got a couple of more knotted market bags. I'm trying to speak English here. So I got this one done. I finished this one like Wednesday morning. I finished the top of I just had to finish the top Wednesday morning. I was starting on another one. I had to go to a meeting. So I'm trying to get a different job because my job's really low paid. It's really not fair, anyways. And then I made another one, so I got another one. So I think I got 4 in total or something like that. I hope these sell. So the knotted bag, I got this idea from the Japanese knot bag. If I didn't mention that before, that I've seen that, and that's where I got that idea. Only it's a different shaped strap. Cut the story short. Last night at around 11, I would have shot a video, but I was too tired, so I decided I'll just do it in the morning. So before the flea market. And I was joking with my friend. I said, make sure you bring money and not fleas. And she was laughing. You know, she's a person I work with. She gives rides home and stuff. Like, she gave me a ride home, and I told her, oh, remember to pay with money and not fleas. I was joking with her, because it's a flea market. A lot of people are cheap at flea markets, so hopefully those bags are technically $23. Because they're a little different from my circle top bags, which have the circles on the top. That one I charged $24 for, but that one I decided $23 was fair. And this one's got the same filling as this one. And this is the little one I did last night. All three of these colors. There's a dark gray, there's a light gray, and there's a light yellow. These are actually Mary Maxim yarns. I found them. They were brand new skeins of Mary Maxim. Can't remember the name of the colors, but I just call them what I see, like dark, light, and light. But otherwise, I got 3 package. It's like somebody didn't want to use them at all, and they just dumped them off at St. Vinny's, even though I got a lot of yarn, and there were just 3 small skeins. I could actually make another one of these bags, I think. So I'm hoping this color blend will sell. My friend says, oh, you do a good job with color blending. I just blend them the way I think they should be blended, and they end up turning out. So if there's a color, like let's say red didn't go with green for chance. Let's just pretend it didn't. I could add another color and make it look like it goes in there, like to make it kind of look like a candy cane with green, red, and white or something like that. You know, you can do anything. You can blend colors that don't look like they go together, and they do. So I'm basically trying. I made a couple coffee coasters and stuff. I'm trying not to make too many things that won't sell, even though sadly that happened last year. So I had to knock some of my prices down because it's a low income place in Ontario, Michigan. But otherwise, I'm just going to try and see what sells. And whatever sells in that folder I showed last time, I have a folder, and I've checked list on the top what sold and what date it sold at which market or whatever. So hopefully this sells. I know next month in the July, I know that's when the Copperfest is. I can't remember if the Maxwell Festival is the same month as the Copperfest, or if that's August, and I'm wrong. And I'll hit the Kentika, then my friend can only take me so far. So the Kentika is the last far place we go. Last time I didn't bring my hangers for my, I have like a foldable laundry thing to hang my projects from. I don't have any other those boards or shelves people have, because I don't drive trucks, and my friend has a Jeep, so she's a nice old lady. She helps me if something happened to her, I wouldn't be able to sell anything again. I mean, I would miss her if she passed away. She's one of my best friends. She's really helpful to me. But yeah, so I'll let you know if anything's sold and if I'm showing pictures or not. If it's not much, I sold, like last time I only sold 3 things and got 1 order. This time I got the order and then I made a couple bags. So hopefully they sell. Otherwise, I gotta wait for the craft fairs. Sometimes, I know bags are selling at craft fairs because I sold a couple bags. I think I mentioned that last year. Maybe I'll do what I have left video. I'm trying to debate if I should do that or not, like I did that before. But we'll see how that goes, and yeah. So, I'll see you later. 15th, and if you hear any vehicles or something, that's 4-wheelers going by. Yesterday, that flea market was mostly dead, and some other people got more business than I did. I only sold 1 thing, and that was that cat I made with the... It was a cat on one end and there was a bag on the other. I said cats in the bag is a joke. Some guy thought it was cute and bought it. His girlfriend bought it for him, and my friend got her $23 bag, which I gave her. Anyways, besides that, talking about that too, I also got another one of these bags done, same color, same filling. They're both the same, so this one's got a tag, this one's got to have a tag. On this one lady, these couple ladies, there were, like, it was mostly like a graveyard, it felt like there, but there were more people getting some more business than me, but I only got 1 customer in my order, but anyways, what happened was I had some compliments again. Nobody bought anything in my mind. I'm like, please buy something, please. I always think that sometimes, but anyways, this one lady was talking to me, and there's 2 old ladies that talked to me. There's one that really liked my stuff, and she says that it was one of her pet peeves. She told me was when she used to do craft markets and crochet. She does her own crochet, kind of like I do my stuff and everything, like my bag and everything. But she said, does anyone ever get in front of you, look at your stuff, and say, I can do this at home? I said, no, I haven't had that problem yet, but apparently there are rude people out there. I could be rude too, I know that. But otherwise, the thing is, nothing sold. And this other old lady says, oh, are you going to be at the next market in July? I said, I don't know if I'm going to bother. I'm probably just going to go to the Copperfest and hope these bags sell. It's really hard to sell these bags. My friend says, why don't you push the prices down? It's not the prices. These people just don't want to buy anything. I told her that on the text message. She's like, wow. I said, if I keep dropping the prices, this one I had at 23, it stays there because these bags are not changing. But like this bag, if I drop this down, I might as well just give it away for free. I mean, if I lived in the cities, it probably would have sold better, but I don't trust people in the cities, not against people up there when I say that. But there is criminal activity that happens in some cities that makes me nervous to live up there. I don't know if I can handle it. There are craft fairs, however, up here in these small towns like ours and Ontonagon weren't the best, but my friend told me, oh, we could have hit that one in the 2nd week of June. She told me this lady talked to her. She said maybe next year we could try Lawrence, Michigan. That's about an hour away, kind of like Ironwood's an hour away, and Houghton's an hour away. So we'll try Lawrence next year in June. So I wrote a note to remind me of that market. So she told me to remember that one. Because I don't know if I would go to another market or not. I'm not sure if I want to go to another flea market. If I do, I do, but I don't know if anything's going to sell. I'm so scared things aren't selling. And I told my friend it's like I'm getting robbed when I have to keep dropping the prices down. I told her that. She understood me then. She told me she would bring me to markets if she had a nice car. I said I appreciate that. Anyways, yeah, there was like compliments, and some kids ran up. I was like, these high schoolers, I thought they were going to buy something. They didn't do it either. So I think maybe the markets would be better because the markets have people from out of town. Like some people come from Ironwood, some people come from other places. Some people could be coming from other states and visiting up here, and I wouldn't know. There's stores up here, I know, outside people, you call them outsiders or whatever, visitors, whatever you want to call them. They come out and not trying to be mean when I say outsiders, I mean like other people that are not from our state. We have visitors that visit those visiting places, and my friend says, why don't you see if there's one place, there's a gift shop, I don't know if they'd sell my stuff for me. I was trying to see if that would happen, maybe, I don't know, if they haven't responded yet, so we'll see. Probably just say no anyways, but, anyways, so the craft markets are the only way still, so the only thing I'm not going to do probably is go back in that school, because when I was in that high school last year, I was so ticked off, nothing was selling at all, kind of, and I was pissed off. I can't remember if something sold or not, it's in one of my videos probably, but anyways, So I'm just going to try and focus on the markets. I'm also studying my customers. I'm focusing on what they bought, and I'm not going to make a ton of those things. Like, I'm not going to make a ton of them and they don't, like, stacks of them and they don't sell. So my plan is to, like, slowly do it. If somebody buys, like, one of these bags, I'll make another one, but I'm not going to go so high on these bags that there's a big stack and they're not selling. Because sometimes it might, you know, like they got those bow bags. I made one of them that didn't sell. It's a bow-shaped bag with the bow thing in the middle. Nobody bought it. The 21st, a couple days ago, and the 28th, or, yeah, if I could speak English here. The 18th, I got my first one done. Okay, so I tried to do these mushroom guys, and it doesn't matter if you don't get them perfectly looking like this. I don't think it's a big deal. They still turned out cute regardless. I had a hard time getting the head shaped and slanting the hat, and I don't know if I overstuffed it, but anyways, it still turned out cute. Lots of people liked it. It took 16 hours and 20 minutes to get this one done on the 18th of June, and it turned out really cute. Its head's kind of stuck up like it's staring at the sky. It's got big eyes. I had to buy the big safety eyes online. I'm going to try selling him for $22 because I got to do some low-income stuff because in Montauk, Michigan, we're having the Copperfest. It's either, I think it's the 26th that we're doing it, or the 27th, one of those 2 days. And I'm just mentioning it ahead of time. I'll be doing another video eventually in July, later on at the end, so that'll be way after my food haul video. Those will be separate videos. But otherwise, he turned out pretty cute. He turned out cute. He's got a big butt. I thought that was the funny part on him. A lot of people are complimenting, oh, you did a good job. I said, I didn't invent this. This lady invented the pattern. I just tried to follow it the best I can. I'm not a perfect sewer, but I'm not going to beat myself up. As long as it turns out like that, I'm fine. Since I was having a little trouble, and I ended up using an F hook with that one, because the hook, it was a 0.0, I think it was a 0.05 mm hook. That hook was so hard to work with. I think I had the wrong yarn. I don't want to go out and buy a bunch of yarn I can't afford to cut the story short. Some yarn's expensive, so I try to stick with it. So these two ones will be cotton. The second one, I adjusted the pattern a little to make a smaller one. It ended up kind of turning into a medium small. I could probably get $8 for him. He looks kind of concerned with his face. It's kind of funny. Yeah, so he turned out a little different. His head slouches too. Those two are made out of cotton. This next one is made out of acrylic. I started it, and I got the idea from the legs and the arms, and I cut them down. I didn't make a head like the other two. He turned out really nice. You know, he's got the safety eyes in here, and I put sewed glasses on him. He wants to know if you're answering his question. This guy you can study with. Face expressions I'm going to work on. So I can kind of call this pattern my own, even though the arms and legs came from somebody else's pattern, and I came up with the rest of the idea on my own. And I learned a lot from that pattern, so I'm kind of getting ideas. That's my creative side kicking in, thank God for that. So, I think I can get $5 for him. I'm going to try making more of these. I originally sold a couple keychains last time at the craft market, so I'm going to try to see if I can do more of these. I know a lady had a lot of plushies, but I don't know where hers were priced at. There were kids buying little ones, so I'm going to see if I can do some of these. I don't know if I'm going to do keychains this year or not. Otherwise, I'll just try and do mushroom guys and see how they work. But this one's basically I guess I can call it my pattern, because I worked from a circle like you would for a hat, and I counted the stitches around the body part. The arms I had to sew on, and they turned out good, so it's all good. And he took, oh, I forgot to tell you about this one. This one actually took 8 hours and 36 minutes, the medium one did, just to mention that one. And this one took 5 hours and 28 minutes, so I divided time so I don't get hand pain, so just want to mention that too. So since I mentioned the first one was 16 hours and 20 minutes, holy cow, was that a lot of days? That was like 3 or 4 days. I think it was 5 days or 4, I can't remember. Anyways, I'm going to see if I can make more of these ones, and I don't know, maybe down the road I'll make more of those. I mean, like those two cotton, and this one's an acrylic one. So hopefully the market goes good later on. I'm just mentioning it ahead of time because I'm going to have my food haul video with this video, so you know what's going on. I explain as I go. I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, this is a grit board, and so far I can work from both sides of it. I'm going to have to buy more hooks on it. My bags are holding on here, and people can kind of see more colors. So at the craft fair, I hope this helps sell things. I had to drop some of my prices because things weren't selling when I was trying to sell them previously. So I just shut the prices down a little bit, and hopefully these sell. So I got these Japanese knot bags that I pretty much made into market. I got that off the Japanese knot bag. I did a market version of those, and so far this one's holding. It's crowded with a bunch of bags, including a bag saver, which I put a bag in here to demonstrate it. So hopefully this stuff sells. I'm just practice hanging. I'm gonna have to buy more hooks, so we'll see how this goes. Once the end of the July, I'll be selling crafts. Hopefully this all sells. I hope to God it does. It's July 1st, and I actually finished some projects again, but I had one done way before that. So I made another one of these mushrooms. People keep thinking this thing is a tooth, which is weird, but I keep correcting them on it. Facebook. It's got a mushroom cap on it. I made one with X's on the eyes and a tongue sticking out. I put a rolling pin right next to it and I posted it on my Facebook. People were laughing at that. I said he had to get knocked out because the chef needs him for a recipe. I made a quick bookmark that took me 26 minutes, and maybe I can sell these for $2 a piece or $1 or something. I'm trying to figure out the price on that. I actually got another mushroom guy finished because the last one I made the same size as this one, only this one's got a pink cap. The lady was asking, can you make it smaller than this? I told her it might be impossible to stuff if I made it any smaller, because I told her, so that's what I told her about this small one right here. This is the one I got the idea off, and she told me this is too small for a baby to hold, so apparently she wants this for her babies, her grandbabies, from what she was telling me. So I told her it's made out of cotton yarn, and this isn't so rough it's going to hurt a baby. I know people would say use softer yarn, but it doesn't feel like it's going to scratch the baby's skin or anything. If the baby drools, it'll suck up the liquid. I know that because that's what cotton does, but as I say, as a joke, I don't have anything. I mean, we were all babies at one time, you know. That's just what I'm thinking. But otherwise, I made it with a pink cap. It turned out good, so I'm just going to charge her $8 like I did last time. I probably could have got $9 off that, but I'm just going to let it go at $8. Well, while I was making this, while I was making this too, I actually screwed up on the head and made it too big. So what I did was I made a bottom for this, and a circle bottom, so I can make like a little decoration, so we can have this plushie in their house, like a home decor thing, even though I don't do too much home decor. I'm going to probably try and get into that eventually, baby steps. We'll see if I want to do home decor stuff besides this. So when this one turned out too big for this head, it was better to just make a bottom for it, stuff it, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so hopefully my friend, she said she'd be there. She's either going to be there today at Knit Club, or she's not going to. If she's not here this Tuesday, she'll be here next Tuesday, she said. I'm just going to bring it in case she shows up and I can still show it off. I'll write her name on the bag, then tie it, knot in it, and show that off at Knit Club today. So, anyways, I'll come back with more projects, and my food shopping will be next week, so I'll be doing that too with this video. And I tried doing the safety eyes, but one of the safety eyes got stuck inside this thing. Cut the story short. It's a mallard duck is what it's called, if I'm pronouncing it right, the green-headed duck. And it has wings on it on the side and everything. And you crochet them on the sides of the chains on the outside. I stuffed it and everything. There was a safety eye that got stuck in here, and I tried to get it out, but I'm like, I'm not going to rip this thing and get mad. But it turned out really cute, so I posted it on Facebook. A lot of people said cute. I had to sew the eyes up, sew bead eyes. I'm stuck doing that with some origami or whatever. I could have probably bought some more eyes, but I don't need more origami eyes. I got tons of those big ones and tons of the little ones I have. So I'm just going to sew some stuff. I did sew double thread. I sew it on, I don't know, my friends are telling me, oh, kids could chew them off. Well, kids could chew off the other eyes too. You never know. But I don't think families leave their kids there to let them choke to death on a button or a bead. I believe parents do watch their kids or have their kids being watched with the elderly children, if that makes sense. Just saying, that's my theory. Okay, well, anyways, my bag was starting to shred on the yarn a little, like the yarn, like when the yarn kind of shreds like this a little bit. Or maybe we can use my iPod case, for example. You can see it's kind of shredding a little bit, even though it's kind of wearing out, kind of. That's what it was looking like on my thing. I made my purse, I think I showed my purse a couple months ago. I decided to switch it, and I feel sad because this yarn I cannot find anywhere else. I think it's loops and threads. It's like a teal yarn mixed with something. I don't know if it's a teal feather or what the heck you call it. But unless it's on, I think it might be discontinued. I'll see it online if I can find it. But right here's the color I'm talking about. But this is how the bag turned out. And usually I would use the filling in the same button, but the other button was so small on my other bag, I cut it off and decided to use it on another project. So I used a little bit of a bigger button. It's just a little tad bit bigger. And the filling ripped, so yeah, the filling ripped right when I was taking it. I was taking it as gently as I could. It ripped. I'm like, you know what, I'll just put a new one in. I got these quilting sheets. It's probably easier to do that. Alright. It's a quilting type like their roundup. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Forgive me for bouncing. Okay, it's like, if this is the thrift store, they roll them up like this, and it says on their menu odd pieces, and then it tells you quilting stuff. They have a quilting thing, and I use the quilting fabric because I get more fabric out of it. Anyways, this is the color I did. It's got grapes on it and stuff, and leaves. And this one right here, I'm not sure what this one is, really. Oh, this one's like black and white kind of thing. Here, let's see what this one is. I don't mind showing this one, even though I'm not using it yet. I got it for $1 at the thrift store at St. Vinny's, which used to be a grocery store named Frackie's back then. Back when I was a kid, and I lived up here until 8th grade or whatever age I was. I think I was 7 or 8. Then move. Oh, there is some odd pieces in here. But anyways, it's got like, oh, it's got I think that's a Chinese guy that's got his arm cut off. Right here. I think it's a Chinese guy. Hard to see. It's got some black and white stuff. Oh, there's another one on this one. This one got his, he's got the tag on him. Let's cut the tag off so we can see a little bit better. I don't mind showing fabric I use on the inside. I use whatever light colors so people could see inside the bag, because when I was doing dark colors before, I thought that might be a problem. Like, what if somebody's having a hard time and they have to grab a flashlight and they can't find stuff in their bag and it falls out? That's why I'm doing light colors. But this one's not too dark. Anyways, I think that's a Chinese guy right there. Oh, there's a piece went on the floor. He's like right there. I think it's a Chinese guy from what I could tell, Asian type thing. These are odd piece. This one's an odd piece one. This one came in whole. And it was a quilted one. This one is an odd piece one. So this one must be different than this one, because this one was $2. And this one's only $1. I basically just got these so I could have like a light colored filling on the inside. I just wanted to show that one off. So I'll be back with my food haul next week, and I'll eventually figure out what else I'm making. Like I said, this teal yarn is like cool. I got it. This was used for somebody. I think I had I don't think it came with a label. I know it's a loops and threads. I think it was before I lost the label, which is bad. That's why I try to take things like, I'll put my cords in a bag like this. So I'm trying to do that with the yarn. And if it's discontinued, I can't get that color anymore. I got another one of these bags that I think I showed, which is smaller. I decided to take the extra yarn and use it on my next bag. So that'll be the bag I take shopping I get to show off. So I'll come back with my food haul next week. Okay, I'm just doing a little video here. Basically, I used a recipe out here, which is the scrumptious sandwich bread. It actually turned out, because usually when I throw it in the oven there, it doesn't turn out right. And I got this beautiful bread thanks to, you put parchment paper in here. I was supposed to use a 3x7, and I had a 4x8. So anyways, my 5-quart, I think this is a 5-quart, or yeah, it's a 5-quart slow cooker, and it doesn't touch the bottom in here. It just sets in there and it holds up. And I had parchment paper in here. It cooked perfectly. So what you don't want to do is set your pan and make sure it fits. And if it holds up like this one, then do that. But otherwise, if you cook it on low for 2 hours, your bread recipe, and then cool it on a wire rack, it turns out perfectly. I just want to throw that tip out there in case anybody struggles with cooking gluten-free bread, because that can get annoying in the oven. They always turns out soggy, and then I end up using it for crumbs, and that's it. So I just thought I'd let out a tip in my video too. Hope it helps anybody. It is July 7th, and I did my food haul. I got some stuff at Ollie's. I got some melatonin. I only take that when my sugar bounces when I take that, but otherwise I take that only if I can't sleep really well. And I got 2 of these baking sheets. They're really skinny, so they stick together. I got some conditioner. I got some towels to make more towel toppers. Hopefully they'll sell at the they sell at the craft fair usually. But hopefully a lot of things sell when after I got that grid board, so I'll have a double side and all that jazz. Got some applesauce. I got a cookbook. I have a bunch of cookbooks that I don't cook all the recipes out of, but I thought Dr. Hyman is a healthy doctor, so even though they're not gluten-free, I have to change some ingredients, but that's okay. I got a notepad. I'm going to practice making covers for these, crochet or knit or whatever. I got raisins from Ollie's. That's the first store I went to. And the second store was a dollar store. And I got some ice drinks. They had some different Starburst one. I'm just trying this one. I tried the cherry and the strawberry. I think I tried the strawberry. And then they got a watermelon one and an orange one. I think I've tried one of these I don't remember trying. I got 2 of my favorite, the blackberry. Those taste like soda. And I got 2 things of juice to put my sugar up. And I got 2 sheet protectors to put in my craft folder about what's sold, so I know which items to make more of. And I'll come back with my other part of my haul. Okay, Super One, I got a small thing of virgin olive oil. I got the taco seat sauce was cheap there. I was out of salsa. I decided to always have a jar of salsa on hand in case I decided to have chicken or something. And I also got buttered lettuce. I got big carrots. I got something I'm not used to eating. It's an Asian. It looked like, I thought this was pot when I first saw it. It's a leek. I never seen a leek before. I need it for a recipe. Kind of looks like an onion mixed with a celery thing. I got a poblano pepper. That's going in a recipe. I got a small bag of cherries because I didn't want to spend too much on that. I got two orange bell peppers and 2 green ones. I'm going to chop those and threw them in the freezer. I put them in each bag so then when I need 1 bell pepper chopped, I have it in the freezer. I got grapes. Haven't gotten those in a while. I got pink lady apples. I got 2 eggs. Now the meats, I have 2 big 4-packs of ground chuck, but I also got another thing of ground chuck, the little smaller package. And I got another chuck roast. I don't remember if I got that I think I got that last month too, but I need it for recipe. I normally don't buy yogurt, but I had a coupon, and Walmart doesn't take coupons up in Michigan. That's just really stupid. I don't know if all Michigan areas have that problem or it's just ours, but anyways. I got hash browns, shredded hash browns. I got nacho cheese blend, and I need a Mexican one. I got brown rice because it was on sale, and I could use some backup for my veggie dishes. I've been eating rice again with that. I had a coupon for this dip, so I got 1 here, 1 there, and so I could get the coupon there and use it. And I got some stuffing mix and some backup panko crumbs. Doesn't hurt to have a backup of those. Okay, and I got cheese. I got a big block of cheese. I got the unsalted butter is a little cheaper there than Walmart was, because I wrote down what I paid for last time at Walmart on there, so I can kind of see where I can get cheaper stuff. 2 cheeses that were on sale, and one that was on sale for a single one, so I try to stick to the sales. Like if it's 2 for 1, and then this one's on sale, and this one's on sale, that's the way I'm shopping. I got 4 things of chicken breasts too, so I'll come back with my Walmart haul. Okay, Walmart, I got another small virgin oil. I got 3 sour creams, and I got 2 more of these dips. I got 10 tuna in a pouch instead of the can because it'll make it easier to store. 2 almond milk. I only got 1 chocolate bar. That's the 1 chocolate bar I will get once in a while. And I ended up getting cheese. Wherever cheese, if they have the cheese on sale, like if it's 2 for $5 and they're different company names, that's how I've been shopping, so I don't have to pay the same price with the same brand. Try and save a little bit. I got some ground turkey. I got 2 things of low sodium bacon. Anyway, here's a ding. That was my phone. I got 2 cream cheeses. I got tilapia. I know people say, oh, salmon's better for you. Well, salmon's more expensive, I think, than that. But regardless, I got hibiscus tea. I hear this is supposed to help you lose weight. We'll see if it works. I got 5 chocolate chips for recipes, and sometimes I munch on them. I know they got sugar in them, so I gotta be careful with that. I got vegetable broth. I didn't really need the vegetable broth, but I figure I'll just buy it now, and then I have it for my next month recipe, or if I can make that recipe at all this month. I got 2 gluten-free all-purpose flours I needed. I got some rolled oats to make more oats, or oatmeal, or granola. And I got 2 mangoes. I got 3 of these Velvias. I'm not really going to use all these, and I know people say, oh, if they see the noodles, you think mac and cheese all the time. If I have to eat mac and cheese out of the blue with one of these, and one of those, I will, but I need stuff for recipes, like noodles and stuff. Okay, now I ended up getting 4 bags of chips, but I didn't get the Siete ones because they're too expensive. I think these ones are healthy because they're blue corn around the border, or even when it says organic, it's not always healthy. That's what some people say. I agree with that. But I got Better's Goods one. I got one of those ones because they only had 3 of those ones left. Now the app items for Shopkick, I only got 1 thing because they had alcohol in there and I don't drink. And I got, this is the Shopkick one. This is the fetch item. I decided to get a package of that. And then I got these are the rest of the fetch items, the Lara bars. And I got crackers to dip and dip because I couldn't eat all those dips last time. And avocado ones. I just spent $10 just to get a cash back from Fetch. So yeah. Okay, and on the way home, I realized I forgot buying cauliflower. I tried to buy 3 heads of cauliflower, and I ended up buying 1 big head of cauliflower. It costed $9.86. That is ridiculous. The recipes I gotta make have cauliflower in them. For my recipe plan, I got crispy roasted cauliflower. That's probably the one I'll be making with that one. And I got bubble up pizza bake. I saw that online. Sometimes I get recipes online when I should be eating the ones I collected in my folders. We'll see if I can get that far. Loaded cauliflower casserole. The viral chicken cobbler. I saw that one online. And then we got crockpot taco casserole. Best ranch roast. That's why I got that other roast. Overnight breakfast casserole. Bacon wrapped apple barbecue chicken. And I still got barbecue sauce to use up, so that will work. Cheesy cauliflower soup. Creamy chicken stew. The chili cheese dog dip. I still have the ingredients for that, and the queso dip, luckily. I don't go out of chicken completely, so I make sure I get 4 more, so I have backup there. I'm doing the Southwest chicken tacos, and I will complain about this, because this head, I grabbed 3 of them, and on the register it read $33. I had to cancel the other 2. I'm going to have to switch to bagged cauliflower, because all I'm going to have to do with the recipes is all I'd have to do is thaw it, drain it, strain it all the way, and use it in place of that, because it's getting ridiculous. This should not be $9.86. Regardless, anyways, you'll see in the description what I posted, like what my earnings were and all that jazz. And I'm sure a bunch of these are brand club items that are only going to come at Walmart, which they should make a receipt app thing where you can, you know, take pictures of your receipts like this, and then it would just scan it automatically instead of making you like do it on like line. I usually just use it Walmart. So what I've been doing is I take my receipts with my barcodes, scan them, and then I know how much the item was there, and I write down the most pricey item, see if it's cheaper at Ollies or whatever, or at any other store instead of that one. But it's so far no luck. I hope these prices don't keep skyrocketing, or people are going to keep robbing stores. I mean, I'm not saying they're doing it around here in Michigan, but some people, I don't know if anybody is in any other Michigan state, but some people are robbing stores, and they gotta feed their families. I'm not saying stealing's right, but that's kind of scary too. So yeah. But anyways, I hope you have a good day. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just saying, you know, I wish this didn't cost so much money. Alright, God bless y'all. Quick thing, I deleted my Shopkick thing, so I won't be posting anything about Shopkick anymore. A lot of people have an easy time using Shopkick, but whenever I use it, it won't scan a receipt. So I've complained about that to the company, and they do nothing to fix the problem with that. So no more Shopkick. So I'm deleting that. I deleted the app off my phone, just letting people know I don't like that app because it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with it. Everybody else on the internet posts about it, talk about it, but it works better. Maybe it works in their states. I don't know why it doesn't work. It worked before, and then all of a sudden it stopped working a few months ago, and then I quit using it, and then now it's doing it again, so I'm not going to use it anymore.